Let's get into it directly. Dricus Du Plessis, how's he continued to dominate? Only 2 losses in his entire career. We take a look here right from the beginning in the EFC to KSW and the UFC. What is it that make him different? There's 2 things for me that stand out. Firstly, we have to take a look at his defense. A lot of people are critical of his defense. I think it makes a difference. Let's take a look here. This is Dino Bagatin on the EFC in South Africa, one of Dricus's first fights. And you'll see Dino coming forward. There's the high hands. The high hands that we used to from Dricus. So he's done this entire career. Look there. He takes the power away from the fighter coming forward, lifts the hands high, that comes from his kickboxing background, and takes all the power away. You can see how Sean as well takes a step back when the high hands come up. Yeah, with Robert Whittaker as well. High hands taking step backwards. Takes all the power away. But now his power. That's what I really want to talk about today. Look at here against Darren Daniel in the EFC. Lifting him up off the ground. Trying to get a guillotine in there. Not being able to follow through and finalize it. But look at the power here. He pulls him down to the ground. Dricus manages to stand up, get the hand around the back of the leg. That's a wrestling move. Again, Darren Daniel, which is a fighter in his own respect, unable to move. Take a look at this power. Superman punch back down into the ground. This is one of Dricus's first fights in South Africa. And yeah, against Sodic,
kind of plotting.
Very strong fighter. There, going back again, which we discussed earlier. Look at there, one hand behind the head, pulling him down. Dricus's power is insane, and that is what people are underestimating about him. Look how strong this guy is. Doing a suplex on a fighter, on his back, trying to get in the rear naked choke. Look at that. Boom! Left hand. Knocks him out. Dricus has been consistent his entire career with strong firing power, accuracy, but at the same time, his power. Look at there. Just landing shots like crazy. Now this is one of the fights that Dricus lost. He was 20 years old going against Gareth McLennan, who's 32. Gareth McLennan, a very strong jiu-jitsu fighter. He was the champion at that point. And he really dominated Dricus in this fight. Dricus was young. We do know Gareth as a BJJ expert. And I think there's a lot to learn from this fight for Dricus. We know he's strong on the ground. We do also know he's a K1 kickboxing champion. But, you know, this guy is 32 years old, Gareth McLennan, at the champ, a lot of experience in the EFC, and he's giving Dricus a good go. In my opinion, we do see Dricus still being able to dominate from a strength perspective. Look at him pushing him around. Look at that. That is crazy, considering how strong Gareth McLennan is and what sort of champion he was at that point. Gareth McLennan, also a UFC fighter. And in the end, Gareth just did too much and was just too strong, and he finally got the guillotine in, got the hooks, and Dricus went to sleep. Dricus was 20 years old, as we can remember, against Gareth McLennan, 32, also a very nice guy and a great champion in his own right. But look how strong he is against Derek Brunson. This is a few years later, obviously. Derek Brunson, a crazy fighter, same move, didn't get it in. Derek Brunson on the back of Dricus. Look at him stand up with another UFC fighter, middleweight fighter, in his weight class, standing up and throwing him off his back. Dricus's power in the end. Look there, he looks tired, he appears tired, his goofy stance, we've seen it from the beginning, right from the beginning of his career. That is his way of fighting, and in the end, the corner of Brunson throwing in the towel. So for me, if we take a look at Dricus, and we can see how in the Bagatin fight, this kind of sums up the Dricus Du Plessis style for me, which is awkward. We know that. His accuracy is there. He does swing for it a bit, sometimes swing for the fences. His leg kicks are strong, but he's always going forward. His power is unmatched. And then he's got the ground game to boot. You know, majority of his fights have come from submission. I don't think there's anybody in the current UFC in the middleweight that can challenge Dricus. I'm quite excited for the Sean Strickland rematch. I think Dricus is going to give a lot of problems to Sean. I think he's nerves have gone. He's fought Easy, he won the title, fought Easy, defended his title, and now, he's got Sean Strickland again. I don't think anybody in the current rotation is strong enough. So I'm quite excited for Dricus's run. I hope he can pull through on the Sean Strickland fight.
And that is what they got. By split decision.